Hello friends, my name is Emile and welcome back to some more Forza Motorsport 2. Today we'll continue on with our Let's Play. This is episode 2 and in today's episode we're heading back into the proving grounds and we are going to be doing the front wheel drive shootout. Beginning racers compete using front wheel drive cars. Our first place prize is going to be a Mazda Roadster and there's 3 races to do. So let's get into this. They're going to be heading to the Death Adder in reverse, the Copperhead in reverse, and the Diamondback in reverse. A Reversa-mania is what's going on. Get a Corsa? There is no Corsas in this game, I don't think. There's an Astra, there's a Monaro. I think they're the only 2 Vauxhalls in this game. Although, of course, that Vauxhall, which is kind of a Lotus. Anyways, let's head into this race. As you can see, competition is now coming from all over the globe, and the lead car is a Chevrolet Cobalt SS, which is a pretty cool car, actually. There's a Honda Integra Type R, there's a Golf GTI, there's a Civic, a Mini Cooper back there. Interesting cars overall. Anyways, I took that corner slightly bad. Admittedly, the one thing I will say about driving a Golf GTI is it's kind of hard to get an Astra and race it. I may do that at some point. The Astra's quite expensive from what I remember though. The Astra's like 20k, I think. We haven't got that kind of money yet, so unfortunately we are sort of stuck with the cars you get at the start of the game for now. Unfortunately. But never fear, because there will be more car action at some point. Anyways, apparently this course in reverse isn't particularly difficult. It is a little bit weird through these first 2 corners. You have to go quite slow through these first 2 corners. However, it's not particularly bad. There we go. Around there. But yeah, I mean, there's Astras, what other sort of... I think there's a Clio in this game somewhere. There's a couple of Volkswagens, there is Hondas, but I don't want to touch a Honda with a body mod. Do you play anything other than racing games? Yeah, I do. What do I play? I've been playing the Halo games through the past couple of days, because I like the Halo series. I've dabbled in my fair share of Call of Duty. I played it virtually non-stop for 5 years until a couple of years ago. Yeah, I like my shooting games, FPS games, and Astra's 20k. Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? It should be like 20p. Anyways, but yeah, I play my shooting games. I dabble in a little bit of strategy. I, of course, you know, like me Grand Theft Autos and Saints Row and all the rest of those. Your mum has a Clio. Which model Clio? I guess it's not the V6. Anyways. But yeah, I can't really think of any other games that I particularly play. But yeah, FPSs and other stuff I kind of like to play. GTA games are cool. I don't really dabble in strategy games or anything because, to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not smart enough for that. I played Halo Wars, that was cool. But there you go. Anyways, across the line in that first race there, we won by a comfortable margin, and I believe... Oh, no, we're not going to get to level 5. However, our Volkswagen has reached level 1, so we get a discount on flywheel upgrades. Oh, boy. I'm just trying to look on Game Shelf over there. There is Fallout over there. Don't really play RPGs either. Again, the only RPG I really played was Fallout New Vegas, and that took me about 2 years to complete. Admittedly, you know, it's very on and off, but still... not particularly good at those, so... It's a 2001 Clio, so a second gen? Yeah, so it would be a second gen. Not sure if it would be pre-facelift or before facelift, but there you go. Anyways, as you can probably imagine, there is the same competition as before in this race, so it shouldn't be too hard to wipe the floor with them. I will say that Integra is very, very slow off the line. So it's... Oh! Can I get up the inside of the... Cobalt, kind of. I guess that's a way to do it. Interestingly enough, the Chevrolet Cobalt is actually technically, I think it's based on the Delta platform, so it's almost it's basically an American version of a Vauxhall Astra. However, it's a damn sight cooler than an Astra. Or at least I personally kind of like the Chevy Cobalt. It's a pretty cool looking car. Depends on the spec, of course. The SSs are obviously the much better looking vehicles compared to the standard XFE or whatever it was called that Your mum's Clio's broken down. It's a Renault. I'm not surprised, Kappa. Anyways, what's happened to it? Why is it broke? Hey, we have 7 people in the stream. Welcome to me driving a white Volkswagen sensibly around some pretty tight racetracks, which I have no idea about. Where do I need to be braking? I'm gonna brake here. It's a little bit early. Okay. Again, it doesn't really matter because by the looks of it, they can't particularly keep up with the mighty Volkswagen Golf GTI right now. Because the mighty Golf GTI is very mighty indeed. There we go, bit of sliding through there. I can take that with a bit of a lift off. Yeah, a pretty interesting track in reverse, this one. Of course, this was the track we did right at the start of the game. I will say, I've said it before, I'll say it again, racing a track in reverse is an entirely new experience for the most part. Like, it's so different to race a track in reverse if you're so used to driving it the correct way around. So, yeah, a little bit of a strange track to get used to driving in reverse, but nevertheless a pretty fun one and still relatively simple. And of course, it's not particularly hard to beat the AI at this point. Maybe I should put the difficulty up on them. But there we go. Anyways, my best lap basically destroyed their best lap. So anyways, we get to level 5 on the thing, and yeah. So we get 25% discount on production cars, and Jaguar has sent us a Jaguar E-Type. Ooh, something's wrong with the engine. That's not particularly good. Anyways, so we've been sent a lovely Jaguar E-Type. Well, thank you, Jaguar. Although you have given me it in the wrong colour. 265 horsepower, 260 pounds-feet of torque. So that's actually probably quite quick. Anyways, we can now race in the manufacturer club races. Oh boy. So let's head on to our final race of today and see if we can wipe the floor completely clean with this one and claim that wonderful little Mazda MX-5 as our own. Try not to redline the engine too much. I know in Forza 1, if you redline the engine off the start, then you'd break the car a little bit. Like, your engine condition would go down like 5%, I think. Ooh, okay, so the Cobalt is apparently sticking to some very, very tight lines through these corners. He's going to break through there, though. I don't really think I need to break through there. I will say this is actually kind of a tricky looking track. Your mum used to have a Vauxhall Vectra. Oh, dear God. Poor Vauxhall Vectra, Jesus. I will say a Clio is better than a Vauxhall Vectra. Although, to be fair, I don't know, many various forms of diseases are better than Vauxhall Vectras. Anyways. Again, this is another one of those tracks that have a bit of a weird kink, so you got to try not to take it with too much speed, otherwise you'll end up on the sticky sand. And unfortunately, this game does indeed have the sticky stuff. Are you a drinker? I am not a drinker, although I would forgive you if you thought otherwise. But no, I can legally drink. I choose not to. There we go. I choose not to because waste of money, really, isn't it? Anyways, as we touch over those curbs beautifully, there you go. That's how you handle a Golf GTI around there. This is only a 2-lap race, so it's going to be a pretty quick one. That being said, though, the lap times are indeed increasing. A 1:24.289 to open out this session isn't particularly bad. Anyways, I do like this track, actually. So if this is in reverse, I wonder what driving it the correct way. Actually, no. By the looks of it, it's actually just 2 tracks mashed together. Like, I've seen the zigzag thing. You want an AE86? Okay, that's a interesting car to want. Personally, I've never really been a huge fan of the AE86. It's a little bit dull looking to me. But I mean, I can understand the appeal of them. So that's pretty neato, though. I can imagine, depending on where you live, an AE86 might be hard to come by. I mean, I imagine if you live in the UK, it isn't too bad here. In America, of course, it's a little bit more tricky to get your hands on an AE86. Admittedly, an AE88 is also a decent car, but it's not quite the same. Anyways, go through here. There we go. Try not to understeer too wide on the out. And across the line in the GTI Golf. So there we go. Anyways, let's see if we level up any more. No, we don't on either front. Okay, hi. Federico? Yes, Federico. Anyways, we win the Mazda Speed Roadster and we get 1,500 credits. And as you can see, our mighty Mazda Speed Roadster with a very, very ricey side skirt. Oh god, what? It's that rear bumper as well. I don't like that either. Anyways, 150 horsepower and that's pretty decent. Anyways, friends, that is it for today's episode of the Forza Motorsport 2 Let's Play. In the next episode, I think we're going to get into the Asian Open, so join me for that. Anyways, friends, I want to thank you all very much for watching. My name's been The Real Emile, and until next time, farewell.